What's going on, everybody? This is John Bain, and welcome back to some modded Valheim. We're here at the base. I just did a crap load of stone gathering, which was fun. The new queen buff is amazing for that. I want to say that that's amazing. Anyway, we've got a lot of stone, and well, today we're gonna do some builderizations. I'm just saying. As you can see here, I do have some of the feasties here, which doesn't look like they're amazing or anything like that, but we're gonna try this thing out because I have this thing and I want to see. Oh! Does it have to go? I guess it doesn't have to go on a table, right? You can eat off of it 10 times. Can I stack it 10 times? No, you can't. Okay, how much? That's actually decent, I guess. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Now we know the mystery of that. I have boxes and boxes full of stone right now. Starting here. As you can see, I went to the JB Cold. And I got my pickaxing has gone up too. I think some of the jumping and other things have gone up too. Pickaxing 54 on that. Stone for days though, like literal days. I have all this, and then I have stones up top too. Up here, we got the stones up here. Very nice. And then I brought some other mats up because we're gonna work on this. I think what we're gonna do in here is have a neat little walkway come through, and maybe right about her. Go back towards the mountain, and we're gonna try to build, I guess, a tower keep thing. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. It seems like you don't want to, you know, there's a lot of farming stuff going on and industrious stuff and like stuff whatnot. So I felt like that might complement this area better, especially with a mountainous background. That's at least what my brain was saying. And I'm thinking about like a pathway that comes up and around, and then like do some variations in the height of terrain, and maybe have an oak tree. That's why I have an oak seeds in my inventory. Oak tree somewhere. You gotta jump when you say oak tree. Oak tree. Anyway, and then go back that way. So I think that's what's on the menu. Well, it is what's on the menu. Know what I think? That's what's happening. What's happening? Anyway. I guess, is this where we get started? And we do the things. So let's get started and do the things. Alright, welcome back. We got the basic form of this thing together. And I'm happy with it so far. I think we need to get, like, bring in some of the other things we've done in the builds up into here. Maybe do something, how we get the fences like that. Maybe work out a small version of that, going around this exterior or something. I don't know, we'll figure that here in a second. And I feel like we need, like, grass in some corners. I'm getting, like, to be honest, like, old school, like, SimCity Park vibes from this. But it works for what I want because it still leaves plenty of room for like the keep section over here and getting this to go into it, kind of an entrance offset thingy going on, and then this would go here to where we're gonna build a bridge into the mountainside, kind of a thing. So yeah, I'm cool with it so far. It feels pretty good. I don't know what to say. It feels pretty good. I was worried about the wood. I didn't know if that was going to work for the trim or not, but I'm going to leave it, and I feel like I could do a little more to dress up this and the inside, but just getting the shaping done is the most important thing. So, I'm probably going to shove in some more bushes in there just to make sure the bushes are good. But overall, it's coming together. I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm going to probably try to get... Yeah, we'll try to get up the fencing or something like that next, and then go from there. I think that's the thing. I think I need to grab some copper and some, I think I actually need to smelt copper because I might be low on like the bars themselves, and do that. I'll get that done, bring it up here, and we'll continue on the build realizations. But so far, so good. Hello. It's raining. Again. It's like a lot. Hi, we got black marble benches in. They work. They work. Nice. Got in a little bit of plinths, I think these were called, and built into, along with some torches getting in the holes. Bushes, decided to use the griffin again, or it's not really, kind of is. Statuette, top of a little marble thing, kind of give it some flavor. Add a little bit of marble footies as you walk in the door here. I didn't do anything major over here yet because I want to kind of get the keep up to kind of know how to do it, but I want to have a visual of at least a wall happening so I could kind of do a little bit of stuff here. It's nothing crazy, but I'm happy with that so far. I'm kind of hesitant on doing too much here just yet, just because, again, once we get the keep up, things might change. So I might just stop it here and say that's all the time we got for today. Thank you guys very much for checking out the episode. Really appreciate it. And, big hugs and all the good stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that because it feels right, generally speaking, and all the other stuff is gonna be influenced by the big tower that's gonna happen over there. So, I mean, I still got a little bit more cleanup to do and some other stuff I'd like to. I don't even know. If I did, I should do it, but I don't. I'm saying that because I'm used to saying stuff like that, but I think it's nice. Nice. I want the keep up. That's what I want. I think we're gonna have an episode where we build the keep. I don't know how long that's gonna take, and then a cleanup too for the upper level here. We still got the bridge to build and stuff. So yeah, that's the time we got for today. Hope y'all like the build so far. I'm liking this. This is nice. It's like I wouldn't mind like chilling in this in RL. You know what I mean? Maybe a little more bushes and stuff like that. Might do that later. I don't know. Either way, thank y'all very much for checking the episode, and peace out.